Let's see what happens here. I'll let the broadcast call it. I guess you don't have a headphone for this.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Rodgers' Packers going up against Brady's Patriots.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Green Bay Packers. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 21-yard line. Brady now on first down. And down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, here's Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On first and 10, here's Brady.
That's just terrible.
Intercepted. Picked off by Devon House.
I'm not enjoying this. You can't get your headset working. This is not fun for me at all.
We're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And his kick is no good. An
Fucking sucks, dude. It's not what it's like watching a computer play the game. Not what I expected.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
If it's working all those hours if you don't have a fucking headset.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Yeah, this is not fun for me at all.
Coming up in the red zone at the 7.
You don't have a headset? No headset?
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown,
this is just
Green
not
Bay.
what I expected at all. I didn't expect to actually talk to a human being.
From 8 yards out, and the Packers add on to their lead.
God, this is
Getting your
shitty.
back involved. What's the
fucking
importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is level. Knocked down hard at the 18-yard line. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before.
Oh, what the fuck, man? This is not fun at all. This is not fun. I'm not enjoying this, dude.
And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
My heart isn't in it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Bullshit. No communication is bullshit.
Goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Working from the gun. Rodgers into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out.
This is just retarded. This is just fucking retarded. I don't even feel like I'm really playing anybody. I feel like I'm just fucking dicking around with something. You know what I mean?
7-9 season as their offense makes their way back onto the field. But with that 7-9 season, Charles, I saw their string of 8 straight playoff appearances come to an end. It was just weird not to have Green Bay in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, you kept searching for him, didn't you? You kept looking down the list. When does Green Bay play in the playoffs? Because you're so used to it.
Oh,
but with the injury to Aaron Rodgers that knocked him out for so long.
Well, because you can't afford a 99-cent headphone.
Really struggled. Finished 26th in the league in total offense. In a lot of ways, remarkable they finished 7-9.
Yeah, and Brett Hundley came in, tried to do his thing. I don't think it was much of an indictment on the play of Hundley, as it made me appreciate Aaron Rodgers more.
I think we all did, and I do believe that the head coach, Mike McCarthy, was trying to fashion offense and also take care of Brett Hundley in the beginning, and that made things easier for opposing defenses.
It's caught, Nelson, and he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Set to return. This is Jeff Janis. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Now Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. James Harrison coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that leads to a Green Bay first.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lawrence Guy in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And this is caught at the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. David Harris in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The runner-up New England Patriots offense back onto the field. I wanted to get your thoughts on the offense for this crew as they go into 2018. How do they... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right? And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Second down following the incompletion. Here's Rodgers throwing again. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Brady gives this one to Lewis. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw is Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Brady going to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The old connection, Rodgers to Nelson, getting Green Bay a first down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. first down. Rodgers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They try again with Lewis. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Clay Matthews in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... And now here's another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Rodgers again now. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Devon House. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's certainly not something we see often from number 12, Tom Brady, although we did see it in Super Bowl 51.
And that's why it's so memorable, because of what you just said. It doesn't happen very often. And think of the momentum that you gain as a defense, not only picking off Tom Brady, but pick 6. Oh, boy, you feel good about yourselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. Because some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good pick up there, 26 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. They go play action here on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half.
This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kenny Clark forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Brady to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Patriots are down 20-plus points. I mean, we've actually heard that before, haven't we? I don't want to take them for granted they can come back every time, but you just can't count them out, can you?
No, but, boy, they have looked just not Patriot-like in this game. If they're going to have lightning strike twice, they need to pick it up quickly. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. And it's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 27 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Clay Matthews in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he will find his man. That's Hogan complete. The 40, 20, 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Chris Hogan, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots get a score closer.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Rodgers to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And Crosby can't get it to come back. It's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Brady down to throw. And this one is incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And now it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And Amendola with a catch. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Brady will try again on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw there.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him. 2nd down play. We'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. It's caught left side by Cooks. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Again, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Brady to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end.